Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third episode of the Faded podcast. How did we made it this far? I don't know. I am Wafflelove and I am joined with...
Hi guys, it's Darren. I'm back and I've finally got a permanent thumbnail for this series so far.
Woo! We're making progress.
Yeah, and during the time between this podcast and our last one, I have created an Instagram account for Faded. So if you guys want to check that out,
we'll have a link in the description. What would we post on Instagram? Like, I don't know, pictures of us?
I'll find something.
Video games or stuff. I want to talk about this first because it's kind of funny and such a coincidence. So we had this little joke about the hot wet soup. Like, we made a podcast episode about Rogue One. Like, a day later, they did. And then we talked about, made a joke like, oh, we're gonna have beef with them because they did that. And then they ended their own podcast. I'm like, what did we do wrong?
Are we trying to steal their audience? Or something.
I don't know, that's just a spooky thing. Like, first it was a meme to us, and now, oh, they're gone. But I understand why. I watched the episode, and they have things to do. They have bills to pay, their own YouTube channels they work on. Since they're all commentary channels, of course they have to do stuff. But it was a good podcast while it lasted. We have Baited still, or Catch 33, Rooster Teeth, anyone?
Pizza Party Podcast.
Pizza Party Podcast. Hopefully you'll like us. Who's in that podcast, Darren?
It's Rebel Taxi's podcast show.
Is it just him, or is there other host?
I think he gets some of his friends to podcasts with him, and he occasionally gets some guest stars that have their own YouTube channel.
Oh, we need to make a petition to get on there.
That's if we get big enough, you know.
We need to do clickbaits and, trying to start beef. But that feels like that's the only way on YouTube to get attention.
Well, we're already having trouble getting guest stars on this show.
No one asked us if they want to be the guest.
Hey Ben, if you're watching this, we'd like to have you guest star sometime.
Fuck you, Ben. No, please come on here.
I don't know, maybe we can get him on here next time I have a hangout with Ben.
Oh, that's a good idea. We will invite friends onto here. It'll be like a nice little chat and banter.
Yeah, I might also try to get other friends besides Ben on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides the friends, like the group of us, like people who starting off with their YouTube channel.
Hopefully we can think of some people to get on here.
So it's kind of like the Rebel Taxis podcast where he invites people. It's kind of the same of what we're doing, inviting people relating to what we said about nowadays. To be famous on YouTube, you got to like be clickbaiting, be cringy, and all that stuff. Because
you'll also have to get boobs on the YouTube thumbnail to get some guys to watch it.
Yeah, it's always the women. I mean, most female YouTubers do story times, which I don't like at all. They can be funny, but overly exaggerated.
Couldn't I just read an audiobook?
Even I wouldn't care. Like, it's always the same people, like the first time I smoked weed or the first time I had sex. Like, those stuff I really don't give a shit about, so why would you make a story about that?
If I want to think about times where people have sex. I might as well have sex myself, you know?
Were you gonna shove a dildo up you?
No. That would hurt.
I mean, for guys, we don't have vaginas, so the best way is for the asshole.
That is, unless you can shove a dildo up your pee-pee.
Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, I don't. Anyways.
Yeah, I think I went too far.
No, I'm trying to picture how that will work. It's just slapping two dicks at each other. You can't really jab that through.
Well, just imagine someone passing a kidney stone, except instead of the kidney stone coming out of your pee-pee, it goes inside of your pee-pee.
Yeah. You can get like stuff in your dick hole, like when you're at the beach, sand will easily go through it. I have bad moments at the beach.
And I can see why I never ask people to bury me at the beach.
No, I hate sand. It's coarse, rough, irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Yeah, but in your house, everything is nice and smooth.
I mean, I like the beach, just the sand, like when you're done at the beach, I try to like wash my feet and leg where there's sand attached to me. So I just go to the ocean, like wash up my flip-flops, put them on, and try to like slowly walk back without having sand going onto my flip-flops and feet.
But the ocean isn't that much cleaner.
Right. I mean, you do get those little showers, like in the entrance of the beach. That's one thing.
And plus, I'm sure the ocean is contaminated with fish feces.
I think so. And those sewers reach out onto it. Like, it's a big ocean. People don't really care.
I don't know how SpongeBob and Nemo can survive in the ocean.
I guess that's why that SpongeBob theory kind of relates to like radioactive stuff. That's what makes them look mutated.
I need to buy the SpongeBob movie.
The first one?
Yeah, first one, and maybe also the second.
Of course. I mean, I still have my SpongeBob, the first one, on DVD.
We're totally going to do a SpongeBob retrospective one day. Yeah, problem is, I don't want to do it in a way where we rip off Pie Guy rules. Maybe we could, like, do something besides reviewing the episodes. Maybe talk about the episodes in a different way.
We can, like, Pie Guy rules does it, like, episodes in order.
Yeah, I mean, you have to admit that you might have some different opinions on some of the episodes in Pie Guy.
I have, like, his episode, well, no, not episode, but the video when he talks about the one SpongeBob season where he says he's not a big fan of the Bubble Buddy episode. It's like, I understand his opinion and why he doesn't find that to be that interesting, but I don't know, I thought Bubble Buddy was good.
Yeah, well, Pie Guy has to give the episode credit. It's the best Leif Erikson Day special you'll find.
Yes. It still has good jokes.
P.S. Club SpongeBob sucks, and so does Squid on Strike.
Okay, now it's going down.
Okay, I don't hate Squid on Strike, but I don't really find too much of it to warrant another viewing. I mean, sure, there are maybe some funny jokes, but the episode, in my opinion, is kind of bad, especially the ending, where SpongeBob destroys the Krusty Krab.
Yeah, I kind of agree on you. It does seem a little slow.
Yeah.
Just all about how to strike and just things went wrong. That's pretty much it.
You know, and I'll go more in depth with that if we ever do a SpongeBob retrospective.
We can.
I have a feeling that we've gotten some dislikes on this video for me making a bold statement like that.
That doesn't mean you hate it. It's just, would you say, like, if it's on TV, you would still watch it, just
Uh,
it's not your favorite.
yeah, and plus, Square on Strike being the last episode of season 2, this is the season 2 finale. You know what? I refuse to believe that it is the season 2 finale. I bet it was actually SpongeBob, Sandy, and the Worm, but then they had to put another episode and then just rush it out with Square on Strike. SpongeBob, Sandy, and the Worm is a better finale for season 2.
It is.
It's action packed, and it has a way better twist.
Yeah,
It's like
that was the biggest plot twist ever. I actually thought that was the worm, but it was the tongue.
that, and where they push Bikini Bottom.
Yeah. Like, as a kid, I saw that, and I thought, yeah, that's the worm, that looks like the worm. But when it, like, zoomed out to show the actual worm, I was like, oh shit! Run, mate!
Do you remember the... I'd say we push Bikini Bottom somewhere else.
Yes. Oh, that was the most memorable one.
Yeah, SpongeBob and Sandy are going to be like, where's Bikini Bottom?
Come to think about it, SpongeBob does have a lot of M. Night Shyamalan plot twist.
Yeah.
Like, Patrick's parents are not actually his parents. They're someone else's.
That's kind of creepy, honestly.
It was, like, I get they're stupid, but they just hung out with a stranger, and they didn't realize it was their son.
When you meet new people, they start out as strangers.
Yeah.
But this is just outright creepy, how they think they're Patrick's parents.
They even kiss Patrick on the cheeks. Like, oh shit. And another plot twist, Patrick's pet rock won the race.
Well, Rocky won.
Of course, Rocky wins. It's Rocky.
Oh, and Sandy wins because she gets to kick SpongeBob's butt because SpongeBob was calling Gary a girl and Sandy was very offended.
I actually did not understand that as a kid.
Neither did I.
I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's like, why does Sandy want to kick SpongeBob's butt? But then Pie Guy pointed it out in his review of that episode.
When I came back, it was like, oh, he called girls, and the girls are weak, and that's why she kicks SpongeBob's ass.
Yeah, why don't you say that to my sister?
Oh, no.
Either that, or why don't you say that to Samus or Lara Croft?
I mean, there's still feminists out there who thinks video game female characters are just used for sexual looks, like just titties and ass, but they don't know who Lara Croft is, or Samus.
Or,
I
honestly can argue that that guys can be sexualized in video games also.
Exactly.
Just look at some animes that are based off of video games. Either look at animes in general, and you'll probably see some guys that are totally ripped. They're all sexy.
Even Luffy from One Piece has abs.
There was this one time where one of my college friends was showing me a Danny Phantom picture where Danny Phantom was totally ripped. Was that in an actual episode?
Yeah, I've seen him in other cartoons.
Because I was told that was actually in an episode where Danny Phantom was all ripped and stuff.
I can't blame him.
Yeah, the picture made Danny Phantom totally look like a hunk.
Oh, also Juan Decimo in Fairly Odd Parents. You know, when he keeps ripping off his shirt and just wished it back on?
Yeah. I don't get why Wanda dumped Juan Decimo for Cosmo.
There's like a funny theory that Wanda's baby Poof is actually Juan Decimo's child because of the same colored eyes.
But didn't Cosmo give birth to Poof?
Exactly. So Cosmo cheated on Wanda.
I guess Wandissimo is just that good of a player.
I knew Cosmo's gay.
Well, at least it's not like that with the humans in the Fairly Odd Parents universe. And at least it won't happen since Fairly Odd Parents is on the way to getting canceled.
Yeah, I heard about that. I'm glad it's gonna end. I mean, I like the show. Don't get me wrong. I grew up with it, but it was starting to like get dead.
It probably was a mistake to bring it back from its hiatus, considering that the first episode that aired after its hiatus was Fairly Odd Baby, and then it went downhill from there.
Yeah, when I saw when it had Poof, the new character, I was like, okay. But then it had a fairy dog, and I was like, no. Then they had.
I wasn't even watching the show anymore when they introduced the fairy dog.
I get bored, so I watch Nickelodeon.
Yeah. When you add a new character in your show, you definitely have to have some reason for it. For example, in Kyle XY, when Jessie was introduced, there was definitely a reason for her to be introduced, and it definitely brought the show to new heights. Because, I mean, what else could you do with Kyle XY with Kyle? Sure, you can have him. You can continue his story, but you have to have a couple turns and make it more interesting. And I think that adding the Jessie subplot totally works.
Exactly.
I need to finish season 3 of the show. Do not spoil Kyle XY in the comments. If you do, Oscar will delete them.
I'll leave it there for a little while. I bet Ben will, because I said fuck you, Ben.
I don't think you watched Kyle XY. All I know about the ending is that it's a cliffhanger.
Okay, no one spoil it.
Yeah.
But yeah, having new characters, I don't mind them as long as they, as you said, tie in to whatever the situation is. Fairly Odd Parents just to do it to stay relevant. So it was like the fairy dog, and then you had that little girl.
You mean Tootie?
No,
Oh, Chloe.
Not Tootie. Tootie was like the little geeky girl. Chloe, that's what I meant, because...
Well, I don't care. Tootie's a more perfect girl than Chloe.
They had that live action Fairy Odd Parents, and they had a hot chick playing Tootie.
I can believe that Tootie would turn to a hot chick in the cartoon, maybe in a couple years. Considering that Butch Hartman made it ambiguous on who Timmy would eventually marry, he left it open-ended, so he could have either married Trixie or Tootie. But still, you can say that Tootie would look more beautiful in the future than she would in the present day of Fairly Odd Parents.
You know what they say, be careful who you call ugly in school.
Yeah.
And whoa, Tootie turned into Daniela Monet. So Chloe, the character, it was a stupid reason to have her on the show. Like, I wanted a good reason, but I'm pretty sure the writers do not care anymore. They're not following the rules of the Fairly Odd Parents. Because, you know, Chloe is like a goody-goody. She's perfect. She's athletic. People love her. And they want to give her fairies. But even though that's not how the rules work, like, you know the rules, like, kids who have a hard life, like Timmy Turner, gets the fairies, so it doesn't make sense for Chloe to have them.
You know what? Tootie deserves Fairly Odd Parents more than Chloe. Remember the episode where Timmy loaned his fairies to Tootie?
Yes.
That's probably one of the best episodes of the show.
That would have been a better idea to give the Fairly Odd Parents to Tootie. So,
yeah.
like, Tootie has a character, she loves Timmy, so it would have, like, many different ways of having story episodes, like Cosmo Wanda, I wish Timmy loves me, and something like that. Like, that would be so cool.
But you're forgetting the rules. Cosmo and Wanda cannot force people to fall in love.
Oh, she'll be, like, manipulating Timmy in some way, like Aladdin, like, make her a princess or something.
Yeah.
But something like that would have been better, because, I mean, I don't say Tootie's my favorite character, but she does have a good character, and we all know someone relatable to her. So that would be, like, endless ideas if she had fairy godparents.
Yeah. You know what? If we ever do any countdown lists, we need to do, like, top 10 classic Fairly Odd Parents characters.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
They already had a lot of good line of characters. And, I mean, they even had a crossover with Jimmy Neutron, a 3-part crossover.
That was amazing. I thought it was pretty cool, like, as a kid. I don't know about now.
I'll have to watch I'll have to rewatch both shows.
I only remember the first episode he did, but I don't remember the other two. I just remember Timmy just comes into Jimmy Neutron's world. Cindy falls in love with Timmy. Jimmy goes into Timmy Turner's world. He tries to get back. And somehow Morgan Freeman's in it, because Sheen wished for Morgan Freeman to narrate his life. I'm not joking here.
Oh, yeah. Morgan Freeman also narrated March of the Penguins.
Oh, yeah.
That one Penguin documentary.
Oh, that was good.
Also, have you ever seen Shawshank Redemption?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he also got to be the narrator in that since he was playing the best friend character. It is an amazing movie.
It is. I think, like, on the list of greatest movies of all time.
Well, you know, when I go to Barnes & Noble, they have a movie section where it's 100 most critically acclaimed movies of all time, and I have not seen Shawshank Redemption on there. It should be on there.
Maybe unless it's sold out because people bought it or something. But yeah, I agree. It should be on there. Do you still have VHS tapes?
Barely.
I kept some. I mean, I still kept them for nostalgic reasons. Which ones do you have?
I think a couple years ago I bought a VHS tape of Christmas Vacation to watch with my family around Christmas time because I could not find a DVD copy of it.
Well, that's a bad idea.
It's a funny movie though.
It is. I love Christmas Vacation and Wally World, like the same people. And they had a recent movie, like they went to Wally World again, or
I think it might have been about the son who was supposed to be grown up in it. I don't know. I did not see it. The trailer looked bad, so why see it when you don't are not interested in the trailer?
Well, I didn't see the trailer, and I saw the movie, and it was pretty funny. It did feel like the originals.
So if it felt like the originals, why try to tie it in? Can it just be a remake?
I feel like that's what they're trying to do, but also like have the original slapstick comedy. It did in some didn't work so well, but in the end it was still funny. I wouldn't say when you had those kinds of movies back then and you're trying to hold the same kind of comedy now, people won't find it good.
I don't know. I think that the road trip genre is not really dead, because there are actually some good road trip movies that are not vacation franchise movies, like Little Miss Sunshine. That's actually a classic.
Yeah, I wouldn't say road trip movies are dead. It's just you know what I mean? Like when we had Wayne's World back in the 90s, it was goofy, but we wouldn't have that same kind of comedy like Wayne's World nowadays without people would call it stupid.
Well, I wouldn't exactly know, because we were born in 97 and we had to grow up with Mike Myers comedies like Shrek.
Mike Myers is in Wayne's World.
Yeah.
But it was funny, and I would say it would be funny for that time, but how comedy in movies changed nowadays to now, like if we have the same comedy like Wayne's World, like this generation, well, how about today?
Hey,
it would be so interesting.
Speaking of Mike Myers, have you heard that there's going to be a Shrek 5 in 2019?
I have heard about it. Like, they already planned it, like 2019.
They better have more Smash Mouth songs this time.
They do.
Well,
yeah.
They need to have other Smash Mouth songs than All Star for Shrek 5.
They do really good when it comes to soundtracks.
Yeah. Have you ever heard the song Walking on the Sun?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a better song than All Star.
Totally. And in Shrek 2, when the fairy godmother sings I Need a Hero, that's a better version than the original. I just like soundtracks. Yeah, I just like soundtracks like that, which are somehow more better than the original. It proves that original songs aren't always the best.
And that's how jukebox musicals go.
Exactly. I look back at the SpongeBob movie soundtrack, because I always had that as a kid. I just had a CD copy, and it had some familiar faces, like Avril Lavigne plays the theme song. I'm just like, Avril Lavigne, what are you doing here?
Do you remember the opening of the SpongeBob movie where those pirates did like a cover of the SpongeBob movie?
Mm-hmm.
And they were sitting down to watch the SpongeBob movie, and it was like, "Arg, we've got tickets to the SpongeBob movie. Let's go see it."
That was really funny in the beginning. If you thought it was like Buried Treasure, but it was tickets to the movie. How did that get there in the first place? Like,
maybe Patchy the Pirate buried it there.
Yeah, like were they in there for like a long time, like years and years? Did they know there's a SpongeBob movie coming, so they got tickets? What?
I still say that Patchy the Pirate probably buried it there, and they were just stealing his booty.
I bet. The other pirate had a parrot too, like a live one instead of Potty. And then on the soundtrack we got like bands that are like well known, the Flaming Lips, the Shins, the old metal band Motorhead. I'm just like, how are you able to be on the soundtrack?
Well, it was back when Nickelodeon was making feature films for almost all of their cartoons. Guess you don't really question their feature films.
That is true.
On how they make them.
It's not like they just took their songs. Like, they made their own songs. Like, You Better Swim, Patrick, You See I'm Growing a Mustache. That was the Flaming Lips. Like, they would do that. But they took the band Ween's song Ocean Man. That was just the only one they took. The rest are completely original.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk more about SpongeBob movie in the future.
I should really do a review on the SpongeBob album. I give it a nice 10 out of 10.
You know, one day I'm gonna record a version of the SpongeBob movie game.
Ooh, how are we able to do that?
Not sure yet. Maybe I should find a copy of the PC version, because that's like the version I'm the most familiar with.
Maybe if you have your PlayStation 2, you can get that game, and if you have a capture card, or it can be on Steam.
Well, I'm already thinking about recording Super Sponge for the channel.
We can do like classic games we grew up with on here. Like, I want to do Battle for Bikini Bottom and Revenge for the Flying Dutchman.
Ooh, how about Employee of the Month?
Did that exist?
Yeah, it's the first ever SpongeBob point and click. Found it one time at a Micro Center, and it was their old location in Houston before they moved to their new location, which is much better. I recommend that if you live in Houston, you should go to that Micro Center. It's an awesome computer store.
Shout out to Micro Center.
Yeah, they killed CompUSA. Who the hell sees CompUSA anymore?
Weird people.
Yeah, Micro Center killed CompUSA. I blame them.
We're gonna start beef with them now. First hot wet soup and now them.
But CompUSA's been dead for a long time.
We'll just beat up the dead corpse. We're trying to be relevant, guys. Give us views. Give us attention.
But yeah, basically...
We'll shit talk anyone.
But basically, I found SpongeBob Employee of the Month one time at Micro Center, and I had my dad get it for me, and I played it, and it was actually pretty fun. It's about SpongeBob trying to go to an amusement park with Patrick.
Do you know what year would it be released? Like 90s or something?
2002.
Oh yeah, that's like a right age for SpongeBob, because it's like 1999 all the way to 2002 when it comes to those games.
Weren't there some good SpongeBob games that came out after 2002? Like some of the movie games, which came out around the same time as the film.
Is it the SpongeBob movie game? I played that and that was good.
Yeah, I think at Classic Game Fest 2014 I got a copy of the SpongeBob movie for Xbox, and I actually enjoyed it. But I think I was focusing more on playing Lego Star Wars for Xbox, because I love Lego Star Wars.
I always come back to Lego Star Wars.
Yeah, I think that the Complete Saga is an ultimate high for the Lego franchise. It's definitely I definitely cannot get into the newer Lego games.
Yeah, I feel like they're doing too much for it. Like, I don't mind if they want to do, like, voiceovers, but then they're doing too much of it.
But I can say that I am still following Lego for their Lego movies, because Lego Batman movie is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it yet?
Haven't. I'm gonna plan on doing it.
Okay, well, why don't you go see that and finish your errands? Have you finished your errands yet?
Stop it! And people don't comment the spoilers. Have you heard they're making a Lego Ninjago movie?
Yeah, I actually have seen the first two seasons of the show back when people used to leak the episodes on YouTube, and you could easily just watch them illegally on YouTube,
right? Without getting copyright and Viacom.
Yeah, and it means that I don't have to wait a certain time to watch it on Cartoon Network.
I have seen Ninjago on Cartoon Network, like a few episodes. I don't know what to think of it. It's alright.
Well, honestly, what I've seen of the show and what I saw in the movie trailer, the movie looks way better.
Yeah, I guess they have like a higher budget just to like make it look nice.
Yeah, because these Lego movies are totally going to kill stop motion animation. You know, I bet that the Lego Batman movie has killed Forest Fire 101 in terms of Lego Batman videos.
I hope not.
Well, have you seen his recent video called Lego Batman Retires?
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm sure that's not going to be his last video, but if it is, then I don't know what to say.
We waited like how many years for that Justice League video? 3 years?
He's been working on Lego Justice League 2 and Lego Teen Titans and all that stuff for about 4 years.
Like, I do get, he made his own show in Eats and Berries for Disney XD. So I do understand he's very hardworking. But 3 years for a 20-minute Lego video. How hard can that be?
And I'm sure we had to wait longer for Duck Song 4, which is never going to be a thing. It's never going to happen. You know?
If he does that, like, oh my gosh, just make Justice League. Stop smoking hookah. Get back to Lego. No, I think he's off that.
I hope so. Like, he needs to live longer to work on Lego stuff.
I guess, he does work hard, so I guess he wanted the stress off. But, anyways, enough about smoking. But, Forrest, please work harder. I'm not asking much, just we've been waiting for so long.
Maybe he could eventually come back to making occasional live-action stuff, too.
I do like those. He's really good at that.
Yeah, like Zombie Universe 1 and 2, I'd say are classics in terms of internet movies.
That's what he's good at, just the makeup for like the zombies and hiring all those people just for a low budget like that. Like that's what inspired me to like do stuff like that, even though I don't do much. But I am studying in college for something similar to it.
Yeah, me too, man.
But those are like classic Forest videos.
Yeah, not like we have classics like that.
Like that vlog though. Number 3. I don't
Uh,
know. we go.
you totally need to remake your Lego Drunk Man video someday.
Yeah, for those who don't know, I had like a little. Was it like 10, 20 second? It was like Lego stop motion of cars and then people walking by like it's a city. Then I made a little drunk man holding a Lego bottle, walking, wobbling on the road, and then a truck like ran him over, and I just made like little pieces like fall around, like he actually got run over into pieces.
Yeah, and use the My Leg scream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm trying to. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you wish that you save your old videos so you could show them to people later in life.
I did try to find the file for that because I don't know, I actually really liked it years when I looked back on it. I was like really upset I didn't save it. But I would definitely do stuff like that again. That was actually one of the reasons why that was the first option of doing YouTube videos. I wanted to do Lego stop motion, like, cause the only things I watched on YouTube, like, I guess around 2011 and 2012 was Forest Fire. So I wanted to do stuff like that.
Yeah, but you know, I think that if you did, you'd just be another one of those people that would be trying to rip off Forest Fire 101, because if you look at other people's stop motion videos around that time, you can tell they're just trying to be another Forest Fire 101 clone.
If I ever did that back then, I wouldn't say I'm copying him, but his kind of flow, his style inspired me. Like his storytelling of Batman and the way he just doesn't move the Legos too much back then, just bends them back and forth, just saying stuff. That's what I wanted, like, and the comedy for it. That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah. Honestly, he did improve over time.
Oh, definitely. From 2007 to 2013.
If you look at some of the stuff on his second channel, you can easily tell that some of the archived and re-upload stuff was stuff that was not good enough for his main channel.
I mean, I do accept that. Like, if he's not proud of it, just you can like leave it scrap.
Yeah, I mean, there is some stuff that I've worked on that I'm not proud of.
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, for me, not for you, no.
Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely would say that if I went back into stop motion, I'd probably be better than I was back then.
It's always one step. And just slowly being good.
At this point, I'm trying to focus more on my film editor career. But
I always, I'm not always happy with every single video I upload. But the ones I kept, I always look back at it as like saying, yep, I started there. Look where I am now. Still shitty.
Yeah, you get good when you're at a certain point.
I guess I used to do daily uploading, but that ends up wasting a lot of valuable time and less effort or less creative. That's why I kind of like take my time. It ends up being alright. We got Elsa brain surgery.
You probably would need a bigger budget if you were going to do daily uploading, because I mean, Game Grumps can do 2 to 3 videos every day, considering that they have a huge budget with their show, and they record all the footage in advance.
I'm surprised how the hell they can keep up every day. Like, I get playing video games and commentary, but damn, that's a lot of work, even for editing. I'm just a one-man job.
Yeah, I at least hope that I'll probably have some sort of internship at some sort of production company by the time I get my degree in college.
How many years will it take for that?
Probably 2 total.
That's pretty good, like, we're almost at the end of the first year.
Yeah, then we could see Spider-Man Homecoming and talk about that.
That's gonna be in next Actually, it won't be next episode. We kind of messed up last time saying we will talk about Spider-Man, and we said it's in February, but instead it's in summer. Apologies to that.
I want to see Spider-Man Homecoming as soon as possible. I'm tired of waiting.
No more Sony stuff. We're now having Marvel Spider-Man again.
Yeah, Marvel is totally dominating the superhero genre at this point.
I heard in the new Thor movie, it's gonna be like Thor versus Hulk again, like what they did in the first Avengers.
In Civil War.
Yeah, like, Hulk was possessed by Loki, so Thor fought him. The Avengers. And then Ultron, Age of Ultron, Hulk was hypnotized again.
Well, I haven't seen Age of Ultron yet.
I mean, you can tell by the trailer, Hulk and Iron Man were beating each other, so of course something went wrong with Hulk. And I don't know, can't Hulk and Thor team up? It is a good matchup with those two.
Well, maybe Hulk and Thor are not going to team up because Thor is going to team up with Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I am thrilled about that. That is a cool idea. Just team-ups like that ever since Marvel Comics tie-ins between superheroes.
Yeah, it's not strange crossover at all.
It's not, because it's in the same universe, and it's a good idea.
I love crossovers.
Aliens and Predator.
I've not seen any Predator crossovers. Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, yep. And that's the wrap. Thank you so much for watching this.
And hopefully we'll have a game commentary soon.
We will. We'll have everything planned out soon. Waffle Love.
And I am just here.
And I'm a table. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
See you guys whenever.
Fuck you, Ben.